Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. Can you tell us a bit more about your understanding of what traditional parenting is and how it differs from gentle parenting and modern parenting?
What I've known, or from what I'm practicing, old parenting is like how we grew up, how I grew up, like except for the palo one. I don't palo the kids, so it's like stand in the corner if they did wrong, stand in the corner, and no is no, and then like dinner time is dinner time, something like that, the old parenting way. So like if kids did something, you have to punish them that it's wrong as early as young, because that's the time they know that wrong that those things are wrong.
So, what would you say is the major difference between traditional parenting
Um
and modern parenting?
and the modern parenting, from what I've known, is like tinitiis mo yung the way they do. Like, it's okay to do that one. They will learn from their mistake, not from us. In traditional, is like, we teach them that it's wrong. In the modern parenting, they self-learn that the things they did is wrong.
Parang natural consequences is what they would call it.
So
right?
if they did that, it's okay. Then they will learn from it someday that it's wrong. Something
Wait,
like
so
that.
would you guys both agree that, for example, with traditional parenting, it's like merong reward and punishment system? Tama ba? Meron din bang reward and punishment system sa gentle parenting?
Well, I guess for me, I don't really practice like from like a handbook or you know. I'm still learning, but I am leaning towards gentle parenting. Pero meron din ako. I still kind of incorporate going to the corner if kumare magalit tas sumigaw or like throw something. What I would do is noong una, I would be like, syempre, wala pa akong emotional regulation ko. So I was like, hey, stop. No, don't do that. And then once I was learning that it's more of like, I've got to control myself and be like, oh, okay, you're angry. Let's take a time out. It's parang, there's a corner, but I don't label it as punishment. And I'll stay with you if you want me to be with you, but we're just gonna take some time to breathe and like, calm down, because it's okay. It's actually okay to be angry because those are our emotions. But it's what we do with those emotions that matters. Because there are other people and you don't want to do something that you'll regret.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so Sab, ano sa tingin mo yung definition of gentle parenting? Because you're talking about this offline kanina that, you attended workshops for it, you've read the book, and it's something that you lean towards. I mean, hindi naman po tayo purist dito na traditional or gentle parenting, but more on yon yung ginagawa mo talaga. How would you define it for us? Because I've seen so many videos of you and Vito. You were trying to explain to him and how you discipline him, gentle discipline, ganyan. How would you define it?
I think it's not necessarily, I wouldn't label, I don't know if it's traditional parenting na pag umiyak yung bata kung you're out in public and then you're like, shh, stop na, don't cry. Parang ganon. Yung ginagawa.
Ganun ba yun?
Usually,
Pinapatahan
ganon.
yun.
Parang stop it. It's not, kumbaga, don't do that and stop. It's wrong to, parang and inadvertently, you're making the child feel like it's wrong to cry. It's not good to cry. And ako, with gentle parenting, from what I've learned, it's more of letting them know na, it's okay to cry. It's okay. Let's go. Kumare, but I never want them to feel like how they're feeling is wrong. Kasi I feel like that would send the wrong message to them, especially once they grow up. Speaking from experience, parang I feel like there's a lot of people who are emotionally immature because we were taught to suppress our emotions, to not feel something that it's wrong to feel. And for gentle parenting, that's the one that resonated with me the most. It's the helping the children regulate their emotions. And while doing that, personally, ako, natutunan ko na rin to do that for myself because I wasn't able to have that as a child.
So, would you guys say that the way that well, let's start with Diane. Would you say that the way that you parent is also the way that your parents parented you? Is it similar?
Sort of similar, yeah. Before, I remember if I did something wrong, no palo then. But then there's a punishment. And then if I don't want to do something, there's a reward after. There's a punishment and reward. So that the kids will know that the things you did is wrong.
Meron bang punishment sa gentle parenting? May ganun ba?
Hindi nga siya, hindi siya punishment, but like,
Setting boundaries?
it's,
Ganon?
setting boundaries the same way na a big part of gentle parenting is setting up a space for them, which is called a yes space, meaning absolutely they can do whatever they want. And it'll stop us as parents from saying, no, don't do that. Shh, stop it, stop it. Parang kumbaga, you're controlling na the environment so that they don't do anything that would make you as a parent like scream or get angry because they did something because they're children. So they'll do something, they'll explore. So tayo na mag-set ng boundaries for them because they're children and they can't do that for themselves. Yun yung, that's what I really like kasi when I read that, I was like, oh, I want to try that because like that's something I've never heard of before. And yun, I really like that part of gentle parenting.
Okay, so my idea from understanding, okay, when we're all parents here naman, right? When you're a parent, your number one job talaga is, of course, to teach, to nurture, and to set boundaries for your children. Now, a lot of people would say that part of parenting is really trying to discipline them. Discipline is part of it, and I know that gentle parenting practices discipline, traditional parenting practices discipline as well. What would you say is the method of discipline that you guys would use on your children? So Diane has a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, and Pancho and Vito are how old now? 5 and 3. So still young children, right? Diane, how do you practice discipline in your household? Because yun nga, very different yung, for example, with gentle parenting, it's you let them feel it and then you set boundaries and then yun, may yes space and then merong all those things. But for traditional parenting, paano mo ginagawa yung discipline kung hindi ka namamalo? Walang corporal punishment.
wala.
Okay.
What I did, like for example, like he forgets the assignment, so I have to let him like do it twice, and then if he's done, then I'll give him a reward or something. And then for my girl is like silent corner if he's not doing it. He's not doing the assignment, like something like that.
Meron din ba yung parang pag old parenting yung pag nagwawala yung bata, or you stand in the corner or you go to your room?
That's what I did before. Like when they were a little younger.
Okay.
And then what else? Yeah, I think. Sorry.
No, when I was starting, yung parang super bago lang akong parent, I also, kasi ako lumaki rin ako sa corner eh. Go to the corner, stand there. And like, syempre, I remember me hating it as a kid, right? It's like, like, it's so silly, right? Because it's like, I can physically leave this space, but I feel like I've been banished here and like I'm so bored. And then like, if I remember like just crying and facing the corner and then just seeing the value of actually, it's about having alone time for you to be like, you know, figuring out like why you acted a certain way. So I feel like when I was able to when I was doing that to Vito before na go to the corner, he would cry. But then when I learned na parang, oh, let's take some time out and then let's go sit in a corner and like breathe and blah 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 blah. Now he doesn't cry na kumare when he screams because he's a child and like he's like
Overwhelmed,
something.
yeah.
And then I'll say, oh, Vito, we don't scream, right? You know where to go. So he'll really like, he'll be the one to go and like sit down. He's breathing. He's not crying because he knows na it's not like a punishment. But I'm trying to teach them that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. But we don't scream at others. We don't hit. or throw stuff, right? Because definitely there are boundaries, and like that's not okay for me, right? As a parent. Pero yun lang. I think I'm careful about using the term punishment lang as a gentle parenting advocate.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with you know it at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!